Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
Welcome to another brand new episode of Four Sides of the Ring. It's your boy China, whoever you need me to be, and this is I Know What You Did Last SummerSlam. Honestly, guys, I was having this conversation with my guys earlier. I hope you guys appreciate these movie posters we put out every single week because, man, these just are fire. Shout out to Mrs. Cutlets. She's a very big help to what we do on a week-to-week basis with these posters and thumbnails. Also, very big shout out to the bad guy, Brandy Savage. When he's not missing in action, him and Mrs. Cutlets, they do alternate on these covers, and they're doing an amazing job. They straight killing this shit every single week. So I really do generally hope you guys are enjoying these movie posters as much as we enjoy giving them to you. And if you ask yourself, why the movie posters? I just want you guys to know, Four Sides of the Ring, we have gone Hollywood. We still broke, but we Hollywood, baby. Everybody in LA got a dream. Why not us? First man to the stage. I'm going to introduce the man who just joined in at the first possible moment, so he didn't even miss a minute of the show. My boy, Mikey Mother Effing Cutlets, Puerto Rico's finest. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, what's good, Mr. Channel, whoever? I feel like it's been a long time, but I only missed last week. I'm not like Tano, who misses week after week after week after week.
Facts. I told him, I was telling him, like, bro, what you doing? He's like, you know what I'm doing, bro. I'm out here buying butt plugs. So,
and you can too on Adam and Eve with code FSOTB. That's four sides of the butt.
Listen, and if you use this, and if you use the code word "cuck," you save 50% on all your butt plugs.
And you never win the Intercontinental Championship.
Next man to the stage, I'm going to introduce him, the founder, the voice of God himself, Marcus Hernandez. How we doing today, brother?
What it do? Nixon 5, fellas. How y'all doing?
Nixon 5, always. Oh. And last but not least, the one that makes him say, fuck, it's him again. He is the fear of all GameStop employees. They see him at his local store and they go, fuck, he's back. I lock up the inventory, make sure none of the good shit goes out. This man is on a rampage. Martin literally spent all day today. Martin's on a mission for me. He is on a mission for me. But Martin was on a mission today. He sent me screenshots every 15 minutes of his GameStop balance card, and it kept going up in $75 intervals. He's like, yeah, but I only spent like $3, and I got all this shit, and I flipped it for like $200, and gave like, what the fuck are you doing? To me, he's just at GameStop shaking ass until they were like, you know what, fuck it, throw another 50% on that bitch. So how we doing today, gentlemen? How we feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I just played a full game of soccer, so
I'm proud of you because on Thursdays, Martin usually just goes out and gets fucking hammered. And then he opens the show like, what are we talking about today, guys? I'm like, what are we talking about?
He sounds like Gru when he drinks. He's minions. Tonight we steal the moon. What the fuck? Tonight we steal the GameStop credits.
Bro, I'm telling you, it'd be bad. I'm like, Martin, I don't agree with you. Like, what do you mean you don't agree with me? He's fucking just drunk and belligerent. But I'm proud of you. My man's was active today, playing soccer and shaking ass at GameStop. But listen, gentlemen, we just came off a very, very illustrious week of wrestling. Very tiring week of wrestling. Wrestling is exhausting. And I feel like I say this for every wrestling PLE, but wrestling PLEs are just not worth the money going publicly. To an actual show, man, it is ridiculous. It's nuts. But I want to start the show off with the SummerSlam recap. Let's get it out the way, shall we? I think I still have the graphic from last week. Do I? Is it a thing with all 12 matches? 13 matches? Hey, there we go. We are going to start with night one. What was the first match? I believe the first match was Liv versus Io Sky to open up the Saturday night PLE. And I'm not gonna hold you. That was a thumper. When Liv Morgan is not playing the chicken shit heel, she is an amazing wrestler. And her and Io Sky have incredible chemistry. How are you doing, Mother? I do have 2 other co-hosts on the stage too, so please acknowledge them when you get the chance. But Liv and Io, they do have incredible chemistry. They are listen. It was an absolute thumper. Of course, we got Judgment Day shenanigans involved, but listen, what's the point of having a heel faction if you don't use your heel faction, right? That's Triple
true.
H. That's just Triple H logic. If you got bad guys, use them. And if they ask you why you came out, the bad guy sent me. So I want to get
bad people sent me.
the bad people sent me. Living Io, how are we doing today, Wayne? Glad they let you. Yes, bro. Listen, Wayne.
I agree with this.
From your mouth to God's ears, because Liv can actually wrestle. The moment she plays chicken shit heel, the match quality immediately goes down. And I get it. Ring psychology. I'm not a wrestler. I don't understand this and the third. But I can tell you what though, it makes for shitty TV. So I want to get your guys' opinion on how great this match was. Ashby, I know I'm not from North Carolina, brother, but you can. Is it because I'm darker than them, Ashby? I'm messing with you, dog.
And tonight's episode of Four Sides of the Ring, we solve race inequality.
I just want to say, not only is Liv a great wrestler, and I think she showed that really well during this match, where we all know Io is the best female wrestler probably on the planet breathing. Let's be honest. So when you have that great dance partner, you can only be that great. But I don't know if you guys watched Unreal, but they put a lot of focus on Liv's return to see how much passion she really has for it and how much work she puts in. You know, she got the ring at her house. She does nonstop training. I mean, it shows. You know, she doesn't have to be this chicken shit heel, but she plays character great, and she can go in the ring just as well as any of them. You know what I mean? So hats off to her.
I feel like the heel turn has finally unlocked her and her moveset. Which is because when she was a babyface, the babyface comebacks suck. You know what I mean? Shadow sent me. Hey, how we doing?
Shout out Shadow.
That guy Shadow. I think Mikey Cutlass was on the show with him today. I think it released on YouTube. We will be playing a little snippet from that episode a little later, I believe. But I do want to get through SummerSlam first. But when Liv was a babyface, her moveset sucked. But as a heel and a bad individual herself, it works out. So, Marcus, Mikey, any thoughts on this before we get on to our next ring-a-ding?
Honestly, I just really wished it was the co-main event instead of the starter, but it set the show off really, really well.
It did. It definitely did. Anything else, Mikey?
Listen, I could agree to that because you guys know me. I'm always wanting to say like the women's championship should, get a co-main event slot here and there. They deserve a main event on a big PLE, but I do say it did set the pace. Pacing has been a huge problem for WWE pay-per-views, like premium live events. Pacing has been awful the last few shows. I will say Saturday and Sunday did pace out really nicely, and Liv and Io being the tone setters for the evening was a nice change of scenery for a pay-per-view for WWE's, but very good match. Agreed.
I will say it was the best women's match of the weekend.
That ladder match was rock solid.
No, the ladder match was good, but that Io Liv match was just better. You know what I mean? Yeah. I got a couple of gripes to that ladder match. It has nothing to do with the wrestlers involved. I just have a couple gripes. How some things went. I'll pull up the next one I believe was the 6-man tag team match, the Fatus, because the Usos are the Fatus versus LA Knight, Royce Keys, and the other Fatu, Solo Sikoa. And for a 6-man
Margarita
tag
match,
I actually enjoyed this match. I thought it was genuinely entertaining. I mean, whenever you have the Usos in a match, you are going to enjoy yourself a little bit. But Royce Keys has shown out. You know what I mean? It's kind of different from his presentation at AEW. I mean, he's not fake picking up the Big Show and his knees buckling. So I told Nitram that was going to happen too. I was like, Nitram, he's not going to pick up Big Show. And Nitram was belligerent. He is going to pick up the Big Show. And he fucking did it.
Every time every time he comes out and I'm with Marcus, he goes, "That guy can't pick up the Big Show." Like it's just the fact that Marcus throws to anybody who's in the room. That guy can't pick up the Big Show.
That guy can't. No matter how big he is, no matter how many muscle he has, just know he couldn't pick up the Big Show.
Side note: I met Powerhouse Hobbs, also now known as Royce Keys, in person. Me and BP, we met him at New York Comic Con. And if you ever see Royce Keys or Powerhouse outside of like the ring, he's always wearing Timbs. Always. Mm-hmm. And I'm a New Yorker. I have before I met my lovely wife, and I have an actual sneaker game now. I used to wear different flavored Timbs during the fall and winter. I had powder blues, bright reds, black, infinity Timbs. I have Timbs for every outfit. Yes, exactly.
Trippy, son.
So
he had money.
And also, you know what it is? I'm like 6 foot flat, so with Timbs it'd make me like 6'2". Yes, 6-man also made Solo. I will get to that, I promise. I'm just rambling right now about my Timbs. And I asked Royce Keys, I was like, yo, what made you get into Timbs? Like, I really fuck with your Tim collection. Who's wearing Timbs? He's like, oh yeah, I just found them, I threw them on. I'm like, I would believe that, but you always wearing Timbs, dog. Like put me on. Like, what's like, you from the West Coast? You should be wearing Dickie boots, not Timbs. What drew you to Timbs? I know that's not relevant to the story, but that's just my experience with Powerhouse Hobbs, also known as Royce Keys. But it was a really good match. This match was a coming out party for Solo. Solo shouldn't be a heel. Solo is hilarious. Shadow, I feel like we got to get in the group chat and talk about our first pair of Timbs, because I had
the baby ones. I had the little baby ones as a kid. They had me dripped out in the little baby Timbs, dog. 6-year-old Mike clacking around.
Gotta get the 6-inch constructs with the steel toes.
Hell yeah.
But it was a fun match. It was a fun match, man. Honestly, I didn't expect Royce Key and to pick up the pinfall, but it made for good TV. And it set up Roman's future, I guess, Money in the Bank opponent, which is 2 months away for whatever goddamn reason.
Right.
Does anybody have anything to add to this match, or is we?
It also kind of proves what Solo was saying. Solo said that ain't the bloodline, because the bloodline can't win without Solo Sikoa.
That is very true. Right. It goes back to this.
That's it. Not yet. Solo was great. He's just honestly hilarious. When he ran it back on Jay.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm just gonna leave it like this. I love you, Solo.
Nah, it's dope, man. I mean, even though Royce Keys had a really good match, he literally died on Monday Night Raw that Monday.
That is very true.
See you in
R.I.P.
See you at Survivor Series, I guess, buddy. What was the match? What was the first match of the thing? Because I believe the first two was the pre-hours.
We had that, and then I think after that was that gimmick match, right? The Human Monies.
Oh God, was it? No, it wasn't the Human. That was Sunday.
No.
That was Sunday.
No. That was Sunday.
This week, pull up the card.
Pull up the graphic. I'll tell you.
I feel like it was Fatal Influence.
It was. It was Fatal Influence versus Nikki Brie and Paige. They stacked that up. Yes.
Okay, so
they stacked that up because got injured.
I'm not gonna hold you. The match was lackadaisical. Fatal Influence looked great though. You know what I mean? They're great buddy women's faction, and JC Jane is a whole lot better than I actually give her credit for. I wasn't a big JCJ fan in NXT, but she's a dog. You know how I feel about old wrestlers, even though Bella's washed. Paige is still like 32, even though she's been wrestling for like 13 years.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
She's a vet, but she's still mad young. This match ended how I would should. Fatal Influence ended up picking up the W. And with Brie Bella with one arm, Nikki Bella turns on Paige. So the whole world questions and gasps. What's next? Any thoughts process on this match, gentlemen?
Nikki going back to Paige like, hey, I know what we did was crazy, but we kind of need you back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't mean to. I was a little cranky.
I was mad we lost.
I didn't have my coffee that morning. The Starbucks lady fucked up my order. Mm-hmm. My eyeliner wasn't set the right way. I was just having a tough day.
To be honest, my contacts flew off in the middle match, and I thought you were Brie. You know what I mean? The black hair just threw me off completely.
Next. Hold on.
No, you got it. You got it.
the thing that I will say about this match is, unfortunately, we lose Brie Bella. The universe, as all things, perfectly balanced, like Thanos. We get one Bella back, we lose another Bella. For some reason, the universe does not want us to have two Bellas operating at the same time. Shout out to JC Jane. And I don't want to go long on this. I'm just going to leave it at this. There was a time where I thought JC Jane was going to end up as the Marty Jannetty of Fatal Attraction. Not Fatal Influence, Fatal Attraction. At that time, I was sorely wrong. JC Jane, shout out. She's HBK now, baby. And she's going to win championship gold. She will be a singles champion before the end of this year. And the end of the year is coming. It's right around the corner. I hope you're checking off your Christmas list. Christmas is right around the corner.
That's not that bad.
You don't think that's a hot take? I think she's winning U.S. title, women's IC title.
That's not hot.
Before end of this year.
They can jump Tiffany Stratton easily. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm waiting for. Because you already see things are lining up with Tiffany, Chelsea, maybe Charlotte. Another key point, JC did have the Shawn Michaels inspired gear. If I were to say there's one woman that came from NXT that kind of got adopted by Shawn Michaels as his daughter, it was JC Jane, man. She's a baller.
Really she's a baller.
She's a baller, man.
I was hating on JC Jane at NXT, but she's a dog. Through and through. The next match going on to Nikki Turner Hill was a big one. Actually, Jesus. I feel like you need a hug, bud. I'm not gonna hold you. That's pretty dark. But if it makes you feel better, my dad left me. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Nick Aldis versus Gunther. I feel like this match, it was good. It was actually my first exposure to Nick Aldis, and it was a really good match. And my boy is jacked. I'm not gonna hold you. That boy is built like a shit brick house. I'm not gonna hold you. That man is fucking jacked. I was like, God damn. I was like, good for you, Mickey James. Good for you.
Hardcore country.
It was a good match. But honestly, I don't know if it was a good match because Nick Aldis was great or Gunther just plays his role perfectly.
Can't have a bad match with Gunther.
You can't have it. Gunther is just that good, man. He's just that good. Honestly, Nick still has a lot left in the tank because he took care of himself. But honestly, there's nobody else on that roster. Maybe Drew McIntyre. I wouldn't even say Cody Rhodes right now, but there's nobody else on that roster right now that could have carried that match like Gunther carried that match.
Interesting perspective. I have to say, Nick Aldis said it. He was like, dude, first 10 minutes, I got blown out, bro. I was blown out. And you could tell a little bit. Yeah, you could tell he was a little blown on the his lungs were shot there, he's burning on fire. Nick Aldis, here's your fun fact for a channel that ages. Nick Aldis is younger than the 75% of the men's main event scene right now. Fun fact.
What is he, like 44?
36 years old. 36
He's
years
36? What is he doing? Put down the suit.
He got a serious
Put down the suit.
He had a serious injury. He's not gonna risk
it wasn't like a if he gets in the ring he's gonna be crippled injury. It was he felt that he was. What was? Did you see the interview he did a few years ago talking about it? It was like it wasn't that he was worried that he was going to have permanent damage, but he was worried that he wasn't going to be able to go like he could go. Oh, he's 39. I got fact checked. He's still under 40.
Listen, Shadow, keep doing the Lord's work. Keep Mikey Cutlets humble, shall we?
Acting like I'm not humble.
And that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I say Gunther was like really the only guy that you could put him in that ring with, because his moveset is not complex. It's simple. And he's mastered every single one of his moves in his moveset. No matter what he does, it looks fantastic. We were literally sitting there, me and Nick Ram, and we're just like, damn, like Gunther he has no flaws. Like, he is holding this match down and he's making Nick Aldis look really, really good. And they're both just doing their jobs.
Gunther's a very underrated seller. I will say that. Because he doesn't get put on his ass often. So when he does, he does like the shock and awe look on his face. He does it really well because when him and Nick, they were doing like clothesline for clothesline, and then when he got to put on his ass the first time, he was like, I'm like, yeah, buddy, look at him. My man's is like 6'5", fucking.
This guy.
I'll just gun the match of the night. Rick, go home. You're drunk, buddy.
I mean, night
Rick
one,
had 4 margaritas before this match came up.
Night one didn't demonstrate much.
I think I'm on NetRam's side because if you look at it like if we're gonna say pure old school pound for pound wrestling, that was the match of the night. That was the most wrestling match on the card. They wrestled. Them boys wrestled.
I don't think it was better than the woman. I don't think it was better than the woman's
We had
match.
fucking 10 wrestles in that match, man.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Match.
I'm glad y'all feel that way, and I'm glad y'all wrong. But after Io and Liv, it just the night just went downhill, dog. I'm not even gonna hold you.
That match was right there, though. It's neck and
It was
neck.
entertaining.
It was great. No, it was a great match, but I literally tell my brother that Liv and Io should have been co-main event. Like fuck Cody Rhodes and CM Punk.
Bro,
But guys, when you guys play GM mode, your first match has to be high. Everything else.
All right, Tony Khan. All right, Tony Khan. We get it.
This is WWE 2K26. My GM booking. This is NetRam booking.
It's mad funny because Tony. It's mad funny calling NetRam Tony Khan is a double entendre. Don't even ask me how. That's my little Jay-Z reference. Okay, next. No, Lesnar was a 2-6 person tag. Just saying that's. I mean, I don't think. We'll get to that match in a second. Next on to the match was a very uninspiring co-main event. It was probably the worst Cody Rhodes match I've seen in a really long time, dog. The match was, and hi, if you don't know me, my name is China, whoever you need me to be, and I'm an ageist. If you're over the age of 45, I don't believe you should be in the ring. And also, I hate technical, slow-paced wrestling. It does absolutely nothing for me. It doesn't get me the pop. I'm glad that was a kick. I do appreciate Cody Rhodes' helmet though. The helmet was fire, but the match to me was uninspiring. It was the worst one Here's the thing: I'm not a Cody Rhodes fan because I hate clean cut baby faces, but Cody puts on a good match. Listen, Hakeem Rose was nowhere in the building. His name is Cody. Cody was in the ring, and Cody was miserable. You know what Cody also did? He had to suffer through that miserable moonsault. Fucking dog shit. It didn't land on anything. He missed completely.
Io's guy was teaching him how to moonsault, bro.
I feel like half the women in the roster can teach you how to moonsault because it's
Charlotte Flair could have taught. Charlotte Flair does a better moonsault than that.
You guys are forgetting we have the genius of the sky, Io Sky.
John Cena would have did a better moonsault than that.
But what I'm saying is half the women's on the main roster's finisher is the moonsault. You know what I mean? He could have picked it up from any of them.
Can I jump in and say the issue that I had with this match was fucking Randy Orton? Like that was the big thing. That was the best part. Coming in. No, it wasn't. It was the stupidest thing. Nobody cares about Randy Orton. I just saw this in when was Mania? April, March? I don't need to see this no more. I just seen this. I just seen it. I didn't like it then. You can run it back. I'm not gonna like it now. You take the title out. There's really no reason to like it.
I'm not gonna hold you. It made sense. You know why? Because Cody don't lose clean. I don't know how to tell you this. Only clean pinfall in Cody's career is gonna be that pinfall roll up by Sami Zayn. Punk's moonsault gave me PTSD from the Lesnar's shooting star press was depressing because he overshot it, but CM Punk's is worse because he actually tried.
I'm pretty sure it was I'm pretty sure it was a Terry Funk move. That was what I saw.
Listen, the president of the Cody Rhodes fan club is shaking hands with the Cody Rhodes Pepsi Phil fan club. it's like the Spider-Man meme.
Here's
it's just Mike looking himself in the mirror and pointing.
Here's my problem with this match. I knew I had to come here on Thursday and listen to this. That was my problem with this match. I said
he dreads it.
I said, you bastards, you two bastards couldn't put on at least like a 3.5 star match for me, just for me. So I don't have to take this 3-on-1 jumping. Okay. I'm getting jumped. All right. From all angles, the comments, my panelists, my homies are hitting me up. How about your boy Cody? Like, listen, here's the problem. it wasn't a great match. There was a point in the beginning of that match where I was like, oh, this feels like the classic 2010s, main event match where we're going to do a little technical. We're going to get into a little bit more risk. We're going to start seeing things heat up. We're going to start seeing the gears. We're going to start seeing things start getting hot here. We're going to see a crescendo at some point in this match. And I didn't get any of that. I got a lot of technical wrestling in the beginning. I got kind of bits and spurts of some big movements and big counters. And then I got, kind of a cluster fuck of, well, let's just hit each other's finishers. Let's just hit everybody else's finishers. Let's just hit our moves. Let's run our 5 moves of doom. And Randy's going to RKO you and you're going to retain the title. I have to say, there's not many times I'm in agreement with Nitram. So far, 2 for 2 on the night. I agree with Nitram. I love Randy. I think Randy and Cody got shafted last year with their feud. I think Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee took a ton away from a feud that you didn't even have to really write a story for. The story was kind of there. All you had to do is go, all right, boom, there you go. Here's 15 years of video packages. That's the problem. They decide to pull the trigger on something after that ship has already sailed. They're swimming right now behind the ship, trying to catch up to the ship. The ship just left and they're swimming behind it. So, and the fact that I got to come here and listen to this, like, it wasn't the worst match of the year.
Come on,
but
now.
It wasn't a great match, especially when you're talking CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. It's not. I'm not saying it was a good match. I'm agreeing with you guys. It was not a good match. There were bits and pieces that were good, just as a whole. Yeah, shit match. And it's sad that a guy like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes put that kind of match up.
Yeah,
right. It's crazy because Chance even feels bad for Cody Rhodes that he has to even be a part of this with Pepsi Phil.
Facts.
Tough.
You know what I mean?
I like both guys.
Of course you do. We know you do. You were so excited about this match until it happened. But the match was so bad, Mike's Cody Rhodes tattoo started crying itself. The little eye holes started tearing.
I don't have a Cody Rhodes tattoo.
Yeah, we know it's a tramp stamp. If you're just gonna see Randy or someone else interfering, you need your eyes shut.
Turn around and show a hole here right now on this camera.
I don't think.
What's the last one? What's that last one that Shadow pulled up? Because I didn't read that. I think Randy's involvement will get the feud WWE wants to begin with, and not TKO, Pat and Jelly. I mean, I feel like TKO was struggling because the ticket prices are so high and they can't sell out a show. But
I don't think that it's not that we didn't see somebody interfering with the match. It's just, why was the big supposed to be, oh, Randy? like Never said, we already seen it, and you fucked it up with TKO Jelly. Just because TKO or just because Pat and Jelly are not involved in it this time doesn't make me go, oh, it's Randy. Same thing.
I mean, to be honest,
it's not developed yet, so we have to see. We genuinely have to see.
To be honest, though, I'm gonna keep it back with you. I'm gonna keep it with you guys. If the match was really good and it was a thumper, and then Randy came in with the RKO, I'd be like, damn, took away from a great match. But instead, I actually popped right now. I was like, oh, Randy, match is over now. Nice.
Let's go get a margarita.
One margarita and I'm getting some head. Niram, you got one more piece on this before I jump on to the true main event?
I just think that while I do think, and we'll talk about it later on, the Kevin Owens return, I think if you wanted to bring back Kevin Owens, this would have been the match to do it. I think an interfering spot here with Kevin Owens and then Sammy winning the triple threat, because we take Kevin out of that match, would have actually hit more in the storyline that these two are on the same page, sort of, than what they did. But that being said, I did like the Kevin Owens stuff, and we'll get that when we get there. You can go ahead and go to the main event.
You mean in 2 matches? All right,
yes,
so
sir.
Here we go with the main event. It was the Ruler, Oberfemi versus the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
They botched the finish.
This is what he did. But this was Brock Lesnar's last match in the WWE. He announced it on Pat McAfee. He said, your boy done. Your boy finito. I'm grateful. But saw a nice little tidbit before we go into recap of the match. Brock Lesnar, for his WWE career, has only had 447 total matches.
Wow.
And that feels incredibly low.
He's a ghost.
And incredibly fucking low.
Is he top 5? After retire, he's fully retired right now. So is he top 5
all time?
all time?
No. That's honestly.
Top
We'll have that conversation another day because I feel like we can really get into real logistics of.
We'll see when he gets
top
inducted
10.
to the Hall of Fame.
It'll
It's just
happen
that
soon.
to be honest,
It's gonna be this year.
he's not even in my top 20.
Maybe they still have Cena, and I feel like Lesnar has to be the main one of, you know what I mean. They have a couple big guys they haven't inducted yet, including Bray. But, and what I was saying, so this was the main event of night 1. Overall, it was a fun match. Rick 8-Bit and Booking Like Mark are good friends. They mentioned to us earlier in a group chat that we shared that they didn't really utilize the cage like that. There was no cage door busted open. There wasn't no face grating on the cage, no powerbomb like attempt to break through the cage. The cage wasn't used. This could have been a standard steel cage match or a regular one-on-one match. I did appreciate the fact that Lesnar took over to Suplex City. I thought that was a really nice touch on what I missed from the first match and the second match, because the second match was a F5 party. And this is what you really got to see Brock use his full moveset, which isn't much because he's a dominant force of nature. But he took him to Suplex City. Couple F5s. Overall, a really good match. I enjoyed it. It sucks. The power driver with the tombstone power driver was a very nice touch. I popped too. It was a very, very nice touch. And I enjoyed it. My question for Oba is the question I had last time. But I guess it's a little answer now since we got the little showdown with him and Braun Breaker face to face. What's next for Oba? But I want to hear from you guys what you guys thought about this main event. Let's start with Marcus.
I enjoyed it. A lot. I know people are upset about the finish, but you know what? Respect to Oba for not doing that to Brock Lesnar, because he probably doesn't have to take that bump. You know what I mean? You just play it safe, and it is what it is. It was really cool that Brock did what he did towards the end of the match and break kayfabe. Let us behind the curtain, and then just announce to the world that Oba Femi is the future.
I mean, if you
I want that future. Before, I kind of want that future. I mean, if you could have seen it before the Zombie King, I mean? You're definitely seeing it right now. I kind of want the future to be right now, though. If that makes any sense, like, bro, I'm not interested in the Braun Breaker. We did this in NXT. We already know who the top dog is. We don't gotta know. We don't gotta do it on Raw. Like, how many times is Oba Femi gonna go on a side quest before he's like, okay, I'm ready to grab the title?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If we're just gonna keep building him until the point he gets there, he goes undefeated and grabs the title. Let's just let him grab the title, and then let's worry about who can defeat Oba Femi as he has this championship.
I mean, I think for babyface, especially people like Oba, the best part about him is the chase. You know what I mean? Because once babyfaces reach the top of the mountain, as we all know, mountaintops aren't flat. You know what I mean? You probably have a couple steps to walk around at the top. But the next step off the mountaintop is climbing back down. I truly believe championships, or especially world titles, are best held by heels to give the good guy something to fight for and to strive against. You're going against the system. This guy is a big bad, and he needs to be stopped. It needs to be stripped of this title because this title belongs to a good individual. And Oba's a good character. He's a babyface. Bucking like Mar says, I feel like Hell in a Cell wasn't needed. For the story they told with Brock and Oba, it should have been better served for Roman and Seth as a culmination of the years-long rivalry. It could have been nice. No. We'll talk about that for night 2. And Fall for Grace should have been through the ring once. I thought that was going to happen, dog. In my mind, I thought they were going to go to climb to the top. Fall for Grace was going to be through the top of the cage. And then I saw the distance, and I was like, okay, that's just daft. I was like, somebody's good.
Just
I'm just saying, Darby Allin took the bump.
Because AEW has premium insurance, dog.
And there would have been a bit of spikes at the bottom of the ring waiting for him.
Yeah, fucking Legos or some dumb shit. But overall, it was a nice finish to Brock's career, and I look forward to see Oba's chase. Because, like I said, baby faces are better on the chase. Once you're at the mountaintop.
But what's the chase though? You know what I mean? Like, are we really gonna get to the point where it's Oba versus Roman?
Well, here's the thing about that. WWE doesn't do big matches unless it's on a big show. They're not going to put that match on a Money in the Bank.
So then
Saturday Night
Roman drops the title to who? Who becomes the interim champion? Who's the placeholder for Oba?
That's the beautiful
Come on,
part.
this is it's not that's not the beautiful part. That shit is whack. If Oba's gonna be the ruler, if he's gonna be this guy who's gonna come in and sweep house, let me see him sweep house against a tribal chief. He's already lost to Mike's Savior. He could lose to Oba Femi.
For what though?
Because for once I agree with Mike. What is Roman doing with the title? If the bloodline stuff is not cool with the title, put it on my man Oba, and let's get to the point of who's gonna take that part.
Let's get tonight. Let's get tonight too, because this is just
hold up.
Yeah, nobody said a peep about this match except you.
Because we started on bloodline shenanigans. I'm like, what are we talking about right now?
The point of Hell in a Cell, guys, was that it was a match Brock Lesnar has never lost. He gave that to Oba Femi. That's the point.
All right. Thank you for the
history. The other point of this was they both guys, not Nick Ram's 100% right, but the other aspect of it is they wanted to lock both beasts in the cage and let them fight it out in the middle of that ring. That's what it comes down to. You can't contain these two guys in a steel cage. You got to contain them in Hell in a Cell. But Mark's cooking, though. Seth and Roman in Hell in a Cell to pay off that 12, 15-year rivalry. That's a thought I didn't even think about until he said it here in the comments. So that I have to say, good thought. But very good match. I mean, Lesnar this is the best match I've seen from Lesnar in a long time. Genuinely speaking.
True 50-50 match. You don't really get that often with Mr. Brock Lesnar. You truly don't get that often with Brock Lesnar. Very, very rarely ever 50. Even the matches he loses, it's rarely ever 50-50 match.
And let's not forget, this is all thanks to John Cena, because he said, I let Brock Lesnar beat me, so whoever beats Brock Lesnar is the big deal.
I mean, that was always a deal, but that was always the deal with Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? If you beat Brock at any given moment of time, you was an absolute stud. You know what I mean?
That's diabolical. That's diabolical.
Kevin Owens.
That's because that's not happening. Because it's not happening. You know why? Because CM Punk is going to be your champion forever. Because that's what y'all wanted.
Marcus, I feel like I need to send a drug test over to Marcus.
Not even.
This is going to be ridiculous. At least with Seth and Roman in the cell, they'd actually be able to use the cell. My issue with the Hell in a Cell matches is mostly if you don't use the cell, what's really the point of it? I understand the psychology that Naram was saying. I wasn't aware that Mr. Lesnar himself was undefeated in the Hell in a Cell, but I like the carnage of the Hell in a Cell. You know what I mean? Especially when it's a main event, the last match in the card, you kind of expect some ring destruction, etc., etc., etc. But overall, I believe it was a really nice touch. Night one, it was a good night, solid night of wrestling. I still believe Io Sky and Liv Morgan was match of the night. I still believe it. Most disappointing match of the night was Cody Phil, especially because the stakes and the hype and the moment they built to it.
The names.
3 out of 10.
I believe if they were to run it back, knowing how they did the first match, I believe it would be a better match.
Yeah.
As long as CM Punk doesn't try to do that moonsault again.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of anything special for Minnesota. You know, I'm trying to think like what's a Minnesota staple.
Jay Jettas was there.
Jay Jetta. No, I'm trying to think of like a rating for night one because I want to say it was like a 6 out of 10, but I'm trying to give it like a little Minnesota pizzazz. I'll give it six Prince guitars out of 10.
6 Prince guitars.
That show collapsed like the old Minnesota Dome.
Damn.
I don't know Minnesota history, so kudos to you guys. Now we going to first off, I do want to go into this first ad because we are 40 minutes deep. Let's go on our first ad.
2-0 in Hell in a Cell.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad on the merch, nah, we just made a power move. We've officially stepped into a big arena, and now you can find us on ProWrestlingTees.com. Brandy came through clutch, and now it's time to level up your drip. Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, every promo lives on through what you wear. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling designs, we're bringing the heat like never before. This isn't just merch. It's a statement. It's the culture. It's you. So don't wait. Pull up to ProWrestlingTees.com, look up 4 Sides to the Ring, rep the squad, and unleash your inner champion. Don't forget, tell them the bad guy sent you.
So that was night 1. We will be touching night 2 right now. Night 2, who opened night 2?
Sammy.
It was the
Sammy.
It was the
match.
It was the one-on-one match. So basically, we opened the show. It was Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, number 1 contenders for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Nick Aldis comes out. He says, "You know what? I'm gonna do my job. There's somebody else who's deserving to be there. I'm gonna make and adding this man to the match. It is Gunther. Gunther came down. He shook Nick Aldis' hand, entered the ring, and then Nick Aldis, in true fashion, said, "I never said this was gonna be a triple threat, though, big dog. I got one more person for you." I was like, "Oh my, who could it be?" If you were off of Twitter, you'd be like, "Oh my God, who is it?" And then Kevin Owens came back, and I popped. Wife asked me, she was like, "Well, who is that? Why are you loud for?" I'm like, "He's Kevin Owens. He broke his neck." She's like, "Oh God." I was like, "I know, right? Sick." Sick, right?
Yeah.
And now he's coming back wrestling. Then I showed her the ladder spot where he almost snapped his neck for real. And it turned into a fatal 4-way match. I thought it was dope. I thought it was a really good match. It's really good to see Kevin Owens come back. And I think KO versus CM Punk is going to be a really nice feud. There's not many people who can match CM Punk on the mic, but Kevin Owens is one of them. And I think they'll be able to touch some real life problems between them. Not only that, because KO is very good friends with the people that Phil did not get along with on the other side. So I feel, one, they're also professionals, so they'll make it work. But I feel like it'll be very good. And I'm gonna let Mike take the reins for this one, because I know NetRam and Mike, they're a couple of A-dub guys.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, dude, I absolutely love Kevin Owens. Like, this was like, for me, this was like, I literally sat on the couch watching this, ecstatic, when all this was like, I got one more person in this match, and I popped up and said, Kevin Owens. And then the ring general came out. I was like, all right, Gunther beat the shit out of Aldis so bad. Aldis said, all right, big dog, I got you. Respect. You could come wrestle in this match. I said, all right, whatever. And then Nick said, I got a 4th. And I just said, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn sharing the ring. It was like 2016 NXT, 2015 NXT. It was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. Gunther being in that mix, I think Gunther would have fit right in that NXT class back in the day. That would have been his class of guys. Kevin Owens being back, the amount of shit talking we're going to get tomorrow night between KO and CM Punk is going to be incredible. We know we're getting a Young Bucks reference. We know we're getting some Hangman reference. You know Kevin Owens is going to put his absolute all into this war with CM Punk heading towards whatever pay-per-view's next. So I'm excited, man. Kevin Owens, welcome back, brother.
All right, that ran floor is yours.
At first I said, okay, they're gonna give Finn a chance to wrestle CM Punk again. That's cool. And then now this thing happened, and Gunther came out, and I said, oh, okay, it's gonna be Gunther. That's cool. And then Kevin Owens came out, and I said, oh, well, it's definitely gonna be Kevin Owens, right? Like, there's no way he was gonna come back and lose. And I think they did it right. You know, he went in, Sammy wasn't odd, they did the hug, they brawled. It was all good. Like you guys said, I think the promos will be good. I think we'll get a Mount Rushmore wrestling reference. I don't think they'll actually if they're going to mention it, it's going to be a Ring of Honor reference more than an AEW reference.
You made me wear that. You made fun of me for wearing a fucking t-shirt while wrestling. Yeah, I see that.
I have a lot of respect for Kevin Owens. I think he's a great performer, but I would be a liar if I said I've always been a fan of Kevin Owens. The way I used to be on Trick Williams in NXT, I was very heavy a Kevin Owens hater in NXT. I didn't understand it. I thought he was a fat slop coming out in shorts. It used to bother the hell out of me. It used to bother the hell out of me.
I told him he was
I used
crazy.
to tell him, I'm like, bro, this fat slop coming out with shorts thinks he's some Samoa Joe, and grew a lot on me. Got a lot of respect. Generally one of the best wrestlers on the roster. He's a great promo because he brings reality into it, which a lot of people have a hard time doing. Yeah, I mean, and the match was solid. It was quick. It was like 8 minutes, but it was quick. It was solid. Everybody got to shine a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Except Finn.
Really good match.
Except Finn.
No, he got to hit a coup de grace, a really cool.
Oh,
coup
he
de
did.
grace.
He did hit the coup de grace.
As
I
we
will
said,
say,
my only issue with the match was Finn getting screwed. My favorite part about you saying that is that Finn Balor was on Twitter immediately after. He's like, I can't believe I just got screwed. And then Sami Zayn quote tweeted it with the X-Men thing. He's like, first time. I might get that piece off, brother.
Nah, man. Poor Finn. Yeah. At the end of the day, man, poor Finn. This is going to be very interesting. Niram's right. You're probably going to get more of the Ring of Honor beef come through between those two than any sort of slight AEW reference. So that's honestly a good shout. Nah, man. I think the scariest part for me was when KO went for the swanton and Sammy got the knees up, bro. I thought his neck was cooked again. I was like, damn, dude, KO got me, bro. And the fact that Niram thought KO was just a fat slob back in the day, bro.
Looks great now.
He looks incredible, but dog, I was in those trenches watching Kevin Steen and El Generico. Kevin Steen, man, when he popped up in the scene in NXT, I was so fucking excited, man. That guy, I love Kevin Owens, and if I can get just a sprinkle of the brutality that old Kevin Owens used to bring to the ring, I cannot wait to see what him and Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sammy screws Kevin, right?
No, I don't think so. I think Kevin beats Punk.
Well, Kevin beats Punk, and then Kevin gets the belt to Sammy at Saudi. Because Sammy's getting the belt at Saudi. It's Saudi, guys. Come on. Now.
I mean, I genuinely believe Kevin beats Phil.
I don't think Kevin beats Phil.
I think some of those things are well deserved.
I think you have to have Kevin beat Phil.
I think Sammy cost Kevin. I think Sammy cost Kevin. This goes on for a few, I don't know, for maybe 2 PLEs. Somehow, some way, Cody will get involved. I think somehow, some way, the next person holding the title is. All right, 2 months away, when we'll build it. You can still build it. He's not gonna drop the title on a random Friday.
Why not?
Because that's not TKO. That's not TKO. That's not CM Punk. That's not CM Punk.
Punk won it on a Raw.
On what Raw?
We're all hypocrites, I have to say.
1,000%. But that's what
we're all
makes it
hypocrites because we criticized Punk beating Zayn on Raw for the title, and a returning Kevin Owens immediately wins the number 1 contender for the world title, and now gets a title opportunity whenever. So same thing happened.
But you know what makes it better?
Charlotte Flair treatment.
No, you know what makes it better?
Can't be mad at it.
There was actually a number 1 contenders match. Phil got a title match because they went in Chicago.
Yeah, that's fair. They're good. That's a distinct difference. You're 100% right. You're right. It is a different.
Bro, if they went in wherever the hell they're from Canada, and it was like, oh, Phil, we don't have a challenger for you. Who is it? And it was Kevin Owens. I'd be like, bro, and Kevin Owens went up. Like, this is bananas. What is this Homer shit going on right now, man? Like, all you need is to be in your home state, and somebody happens to the number 1 contender. You're the champion. You know what I mean? But
unless you're Mercedes Moné.
Apparently so. But honestly, I like KO more than I like Phil. I think Kevin Owens is hilarious. Kevin Owens, you know the moment Kevin Owens won me over when he was beefing with Elias or Ezekiel, and he was having an aneurysm every week on television over it. I was like, this is a guy that gets it. He understands.
That's crazy. That's when you became a fan of Kevin Owens.
Yes, I thought he was a pretentious fat SOB beforehand, just like Netram.
Crazy.
You know what pissed me off?
I used to tell my brother all the time. We'd be watching NXT, and I'd be like, "Yo, this guy Kevin Owens is nice." He'd be like, "Bro, this fat fuck." He's like, "Bro, this guy's ass, bro. He doesn't work out. He's got no abs. He's wearing UFC gear." He's like, "Who the hell does he think he is? Fat Brock Lesnar?" Bro, my brother would just
oil himself.
No, bro, just shit. I'd be like, bro. I was like, he's good. He's like, what's his thing? oh, Kevin, fight, Kevin. That's all you're gonna do, Kevin, is fight. I'd be like, damn, bro, shitting on Kevin Owens. Just
But you know what's
shitting
not
on
funny?
Kevin Owens.
I didn't like Kevin Owens because his dinosaur tattoo wasn't colored in, but now it's colored in. He got it done. I hate incomplete tattoos with an absolute passion. KO is your cousin. I'm
KO
sorry
is his cousin.
I like KO. I mean, before I knew this information, I just said how much I like KO.
Nah, Kevin.
You could tell your cousin that
he's a great father.
thinks he's a no. You can still tell your cousin that NetRam thinks he's a fat SOB, and he still does. You don't have to tell him that he changed his mind. Don't tell him he changed his mind. Don't tell him.
Kevin. I think Kevin has always been great since he's been in wrestling. I remember when the Zombie King showed me him. He was on a wrestling tournament. It was him versus Jay Lethal, and they had a hell of a match. They wrestled somewhere in New Jersey. There was maybe like 200, 300 people in that building, but it was a hell of a DVD, that tournament that we watched together. Even the Zombie King was like, yo, that guy right there, he was just like, I remember because I was a huskier dude, and Zombie would be like, bro, if he could do it, you could do it. And he's like, that dude's fucking good. So when Zombie King told me somebody was good, I was like, all right, got to pay attention. So shout out to Kevin Owens to being where he is right now, because he definitely deserves it.
Let me make this clear. I don't have a problem with fat wrestlers, okay?
No. It was purely KO. It was only KO. He had no issue with Mason Rook. No issue with Mason Rook.
Damn.
He had no issue with Mason Rook.
Damn, my man's selective fat phobic. Damn.
You know what I mean? He seen Kevin Owens come back. He was like, this fat son of a bitch is back. You tell your cousin that. All right, what is the next match in the card?
Oh, man.
Trick
was it Trick Corbin?
Trick Corbin, yeah.
What a waste.
We can skip this, honestly. We can skip this.
Wait.
Can I say something? All right, go ahead. I'll let you get your piece off.
You had to take the title off Trick. There's something cooking. You can tell that I think they're going to repair Trick and Mello for the tag team division because of how weak the tag team division, and Trick and Mello is a shot of pure adrenaline to the tag team division. I hate to say that.
Okay.
While I agree with you, Mike, what a waste of Trick Williams. What a waste. If you're going to put him back in the tag division, this man is a bona fide star. He's a merch seller. He's a star on ESPN every time I see him. He's a star on television. He pops. He's not a heel or baby face. We just like him.
Yeah.
The man gets it. He's come a long way. He gets it. And if you're going to stick him back in the tag division with a guy who says I'm him but can't get past catering, what a waste of a star. If you're going to do anything with Trick, either give him back the title with the fuzzy strap because I liked it, or put him back in the main division. Put him back in the main event.
Listen,
this crazy to think that that's coming from a guy who 2 years ago on the NXT Nightcap said Trick Williams sucks. He needs to be released.
He sure did.
Shit on him weekly.
He did.
Weekly.
He did.
On a weekly basis.
That's just how quick a wrestler can win you over, and that's just the example of how Trick's stardom.
As soon as he debuted on SmackDown, I said this man's a star.
Nah, he was. You know what saved him?
To number one fan.
I'm not mad. Go ahead.
You know what honestly saved him? It was that white jacket. I'm not gonna hold you. The white.
It was Little Yachty.
It was Little Yachty, but it was that white jacket.
Yachty made it cool too.
Bro, if he would have popped out, if it would have came out with no jacket, dog, we'd be like, I don't really care about Trick Willie. But that white jacket saved my man. So white jacket and the turny thing that had him spinning around a circle with the light, fire, bro.
Right,
added like 1,000 aura points to my man. He was like so cool that you didn't care about the wrestling until the bell rang, and then you started caring about the wrestling.
My thing is, I'm not mad at the decision because I like Corbin. I'm a fan of Corbin. I'm not mad at the decision. It just has to make sense because fucking Trick was on a fucking run, man. He was on a run. We did this thing where we had to show him how to be a single star, and it worked so much it made NitRam a fan. Think about that. We're gonna do this to throw him in the tag team division with somebody he did with the NXT roster, bro. You had a tag team division. You let those tag teams walk away.
That's
so why are you gonna throw him in the graveyard? I don't know. I know it's your theory, but that sounds like it's where it's going. And I hate that because Trick doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that. Mello doesn't deserve that because Mello deserves to hang around in the mid card too.
Well, they have some time.
Though, Trick then becomes like, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it, right? Like Trick says, Trick's a United States champion, then an immediate tag team champion, and then within a year or two, he gets a world title. That guy's already a Grand Slam champion in 2 years on the main roster. So for the sake of accolades, that's cool. But Marcus, 100% agreed. You're derailing momentum there.
I mean, yeah, you
Like
just
I
said
he's calling the money in the bank. If we get a fuzzy briefcase, I'll take it.
It's
back.
worth
Shit.
it. It's worth it with the fuzzy briefcase, though, right?
I need the
fuzzy
Pentamask briefcase.
The fuzzy briefcase the fuzzy belt was gas. I'm not gonna hold you. It's the best time I've ever seen anything fuzzy be that fire, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's move on to the next match. What was next on the thing? Was it the money's on the pole match?
Yeah.
the human's money.
What
the
a-
human's money.
I got 3. I want everybody to keep this recap to 5 words. Absolute dog shit.
Basura.
I got
Basura.
All right, Mike, your 5 words about this match.
I feel bad for Dom.
Oh, God bless your soul, Mike. We're locked back in. You said the magical
Agreed.
words. We're locked back in.
We're locked back in.
Yo, the match. Dom knew that match was gonna be so goddamn bad that he didn't even bring out the Mega Championship. He left that shit in the back. He didn't want to disrespect the AAA the strap. He was like, I'm leaving this shit in the back, dog.
He's in the bag, bro.
All right, what was the next match in the card? Was it the women's match, right?
The ladder match.
Ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
It was can you pull up the graphics so I get all 6 women right, please?
I could have named them right off the top.
I could have named it for you.
Yeah.
What if I
it's
want to
only
see
5.
them? All right, it was 5.
It was only 5.
was Charlotte
Channel's sleeping on
Flair.
the couch tonight.
Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and Lash Legend. Those are your 5 women in the match. It was good. It was entertaining. Most importantly, the right person won.
Ashby, as the resident Danhausen Stanhausen, I did not have fun. I love Danhausen. I love everything about him. We saw that match 5 times prior. The Littlehausens, all of that. It was the same thing, and Mark did nail it. He did nail it. Yep. Listen, I love Danhausen. I have to say, me and Nitram went toe to toe a couple weeks ago about use of Danhausen, and I argued the standpoint of it's fine, use him up. He's over. Nitram was right. We do have to pump the brakes on Danhausen, at least for a couple weeks. Like, now I'm not saying throw him to the wayside, let him sit in catering in full makeup. No. I'm saying like 2-3 weeks, let him refresh and maybe put him into his own orbit. Maybe him and Joe go do something together for a little bit. And I wouldn't be upset with that.
My take on Danhausen is if the man can't wrestle, maybe he shouldn't wrestle. Just have him do fucking segments. You know what I mean? Just have
The
him do
wrestling isn't the
segments.
issue. The wrestling isn't the issue. It's the
El Torito did more
okay.
wrestling than Danhausen in a Danhausen match.
He did
No,
do
listen,
more wrestling.
I agree with you, but the wrestling itself isn't necessarily an issue. It's shenanigans. You know what I mean? It's the cursing, something happening, and then the mini housings. It's the shenanigans. If it was just a Danhausen match with him like cursing you and like, let's say you like tripped over your foot or something, you know what I mean? Or like something ridiculous happened. That
like when the ref got the cramp on the 3 count.
Yes, you know what I mean?
Ago. Like that's okay.
Change up the shenanigans a little bit. You know what I mean? The wrestling isn't the issue. It's the BS that comes with it. Because as of right now, Miz and Kit Wilson have not recovered from that little BS last time. And I'm scared for my boy Dom, truthfully.
I'm scared.
But we are at that hour mark, gentlemen. Let's move on to this 5 woman ladder match. Like I was saying before, the right woman won this match in Chelsea Green. This was the right person to win. All the women in this match were super deserving and well deserved to win the championship. You have Miss Charlotte Flair, who will break the world title record. She will win. She will break the world title record eventually. Tonight was not that night. You had Jade Cargill, also super deserving to win the strap and redeem herself for the first title run. She did not win the belt. Lash Legend, the rookie on the scene who was a dominant force. I would have been okay with she won the championship, but she did not. I think the only person I would not winning the belt was Miss Tiffany Stratton.
Yep.
And she's a former world champion herself. But the right person won. And I don't know if you guys saw the news, but Rhea just got her knee surgery done today or last night, whenever she had the surgery officially. So this interim women's championship is going to be around for a little while.
Which is stupid.
No, it's the smartest thing they've ever done. This is the smartest thing WWE's ever done because I get sick and tired of when a person gets hurt, we relinquish the title. We do a bullshit tournament. Here's 4 triple threat matches to find out the winner, and they're going to do a triple threat for the last winner. And the Triple H tropes come out in full effect. An interim champion gives us a storyline of Chelsea in 6 months or whoever's the title holder being in the middle of the ring, cutting a promo and hearing, this is my brutality. Hit the stage. Rhea holds up her title. Whoever's champ, if I hope to God it's Chelsea, holds that title up, and we know we have a undisputed unification championship match, which is perfect, especially for a women's division that needs a world champion on television.
Especially as stacked SmackDown is too.
The reign doesn't count though.
The reign counts.
It's not. It does count. They said they're counting it as an official reign.
It does count. It is an official title reign for Chelsea Green. Yes, sure. Will people put an asterisk next to it, next to the 2020 Dodgers World Series trophy? Absolutely. But that's still an official record in the WWE record books. Chelsea Green is a WWE champion, interim champion, whatever. Chelsea Green is a Grand Slam champion. Chelsea Green, a woman who was released from this company more times than the matches she had up to that point than the last few years, becomes the first ever U.S. women's champion, has one of the most popular gimmicks, is super over, gets a bigger crowd pop on her entrance and her win than Tiffany Stratton did.
Hometown girl too.
Know. What? That's how you know.
Stud.
So I'm not disagreeing with you, but I agree with you. Just take the word interim out.
I agree.
Let Rhea. I hate it because she deserves this so much, and to say to put that word in there takes away from it a whole lot, because the marks are gonna say, well, it doesn't really count because she was just a placeholder for Rhea until she got back. We don't need a placeholder. Rhea, go get healthy, go get better, because when you come back, we're gonna be like, oh, it's on, because she technically didn't lose her title. It happens. Just let her be the champion. Call it is what it is. She's got the belt. She is the women's world title. We don't have to put that. We don't have to put that word in front of it. Interim is crazy.
Mark's crazy, but he's right. Damn. Put that comment up.
The reason for the interim title reign is not to have an official reign. It's to avoid interrupting Rhea's time. She'll be able to walk into next year's WrestleMania with a year-long reign.
Stupid.
Mark, I know we say this a lot, but I'm pretty sure you're working for creative and just not telling us. That was a question I had in my head while we was talking about this. She didn't relinquish, which is weird because they're so quick to do so. But maybe they didn't because Rhea had to relinquish last time.
But it's part of the business.
It's part of the business. No, Rhea, there would be so much respect if Rhea came out Friday and said, I'm out indefinitely until I'm back. Chelsea, come grab this title. This is yours. Nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, Rhea is a punk." Nobody's gonna say that.
They might.
No, nobody's gonna say that, bro. How many times have we said Rhea don't even need the title? We're gonna be interested in whatever she's doing.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, Rhea fans are ridiculous people, bro. Her fandom is nuts.
That's parasocial fans. All the parasocial fans.
That's right.
We know how it was. We know how
right. Nutty. They're nutty individuals.
You know?
We're not protecting anything if she's hurt. Like if she's hurt, she's hurt. You know what I mean? What are we protecting?
Did she defend
her reign? So she can have so she could have it.
I'm mentally prepared for Nitram to make me mad. So Nitram, please get your piece off. I can see it. He's steaming at the ears right now.
No, I don't like the interim thing. I think if she should have vacated the title, I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing if Rhea comes back and holds up a title, whether Rhea comes back at all and wants to get her title back. Because getting your title back means more than being like, hey, we're both champions. Mm-hmm. Let's solve who's the real champion.
So Rick says, gents, the next PLE is Money in the Bank, 2 months away. Trips has never kept a briefcase for a while, so Mrs. Money in the Bank will cash in on Green shortly after. That is true.
That is true, but it doesn't matter because you'll still be interim champion. No matter what, it doesn't matter because you know what? When Big Mommy Rhea comes back, guess who you're laying on the back for? Her. Let's call it is what it is, bro. Get rid of the interim title. Rhea's hurt. She's not going to be back for a while. She can't be champion. Relinquish the belt. Give it to Chelsea. She deserves it. Call her the real women's champion.
But to her ACL, that's 9 months, bro, and that puts her
It's not ACL, it's
puts her in
meniscus.
line for WrestleMania.
It's
And
6.
that's what Rick said, or Mark said. That's the craziest
six.
part. He's right.
She
like
can,
6
okay,
months.
so you can still give her Charlotte treatment. Who am I going to wrestle at WrestleMania? Rhea Ripley. Bam. Oh, Rhea's winning at Mania.
I do disagree. I don't think Triple H is gonna flip the Money in the Bank briefcase that quickly this year. He needs a plot point for the fall into SummerSlam season. This is the latest Money in the Bank has been ever. Right? We see Money in the Bank at at WrestleMania, and that was in the spring, and then you have the spring into the summer. Sometimes you get that into the fall. Some, in this case of Seth Rollins, all the way till the next WrestleMania. This is interesting because
I partially agree with you, Rick. I partially agree with you, but I think it depends on the circumstance. So I believe in Rhea's instance, they believe that she went to heal it naturally, which is going to take naturally less time to let it heal on its own. But then when she got the second opinion, she opted for surgery, which is why they initially had the interim.
But does that change now? Not to cut you off, does that change? Are they going to retcon this on Monday and say, since Rhea had to get surgery, she's going to be out longer than we anticipated? Chelsea Green is your official WWE Women's Champion.
That's what I'm saying.
They could pull a retcon
to be honest,
like that Monday.
They could, but they still have a word that's an official reign anyway, so they might not feel the need to. That being said,
that's how things get muddy.
I'm just saying you could still
let's wrap this segment up because we still got 1 or 2 matches.
Fair. That's fair.
All right, the next match on the card is the co-main event. What was the co-main event for this? Penta and Chad Gable. Minnesota's finest once again come into the ring against Penta. Good match, arguably not their best match, but Chad Gable finally finished his story. He is now the Intercontinental Champion. His family came on stage. The root beer dog came on stage. I thought the root beer dog was going to be somebody else's Stone Cold. Hit him with a stunner. I was baffled when he handed him the two cans of root beer. I was like, I don't understand.
I thought it was going to be El Grande Americana.
That would have been nuts. Like beef is forever.
right. The beef is forever.
Beer shit. I thought it was going to be a wrestler for sure coming off that 100%. And then I realized it was just like, listen, I love me some mug root beer. Don't get me wrong. They just dropped the 0 sugar version, but fuck them for doing that. Fuck them for doing that. You've got children in the ring crying for their father, wife there, just super proud of her husband. Chad Gable's got all sorts of bodily fluids leaking out of him, sweat, blood, tears. Who knows? Maybe even piss because Penta beat the shit out of him for a couple minutes there. Thanks. And here we go. Get your mug root beer on, ladies and gentlemen. Mug dog of the night. Here's your dog. We're gonna do a root beer.
He's got that dog in him.
He's got that dog in him. You know what? I want to put my foot up whoever's ass and creative thought this was a good idea. And then they could say they got Mike's foot so far up their ass, they got mug root beer coming out their eyes.
But what if they gave him $3 million for the spot?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
At that point, it's a great idea.
I'll sell out for mug root beer right now.
1,000%. Yo, Mike, they'd be like, if root beer company gave you $2 million right now, every 45 minutes you got to cut a root beer promo. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You do it. It don't matter.
They probably Triple H probably walked up to Chad and said, "Hey, look, after you win and your family's out there, you're crying. It's a beautiful moment. We're gonna send the root beer mug dog out for promotion because they paid $5 million." And Chad was probably like, "But this is my first time winning. It's gonna be a beautiful moment." And then Triple H probably said, "Yeah, but it's not WrestleMania, so you're good."
And then motherfucker, you better do
it. right. And I already said they paid $5 million. You better get a check.
Bro, he went to him and said, "You like soda, right?" And Chad was like, "Nah, I don't drink soda." Well, you're gonna chug one tonight, all right? Just
you notice there wasn't a lot of soda in there. Like he did a little bit and then he tipped it over and like nothing came out. I was like, yeah, they emptied it.
Opened it half ass, like the cans were not even fully open. He had like spurts coming, like little sprinkles.
There it is. Watch AAW and AEW is gonna do something now. Watch, they're gonna do it on purpose.
That'd actually now time for a true main event, a true world champions match that lived up to its end of the bargain. An actual good match. After stepping in the ring, King Gas, I only want mug root beer in my glass. Listen, live your truth, King.
Stepping in the ring and kicking ass. I only want mug root beer in my glass.
So
you gotta say it like that.
Now we have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. The end of the story, the end of this feud. Roman's time is coming up. You can see it in the way that he's presenting himself this time. Not only was it a great match, Seth Rollins came out to the Shield music initially, and then his own theme music dropped. And he came out in some colorful ensemble with a little Shield mask and all white instead. Beautiful presentation, amazing match. Roman has been only having thumpers since his return to being world champion. His worst match is probably the Jacob Fatu match, the second one, not the first one. First one was good. Second one wasn't that good. But he's been having thumpers since his return as world champion. No bloodline interference. He's defended the championship monthly. All the naysayers, Mike, Mark, Rick, being proven wrong. I don't know why I just said those three names.
That's crazy, yes. In that order too.
In that order. Because
Wow.
it's like they hate seeing me happy.
I know.
and you don't do the same thing to me when Cody won the title. Yeah, you know, I had a list.
I'm the absolute worst. I
Cody
admit
Rhodes
it.
is champion again.
It's because it's like you're happy, but Cody is crying and sad. You know, so why are you happy? You should be crying and sad with it. So we're confused. We're just confused.
My daddy didn't, train me to be a wrestler. What do I got to be sad about?
Listen, if my dad was around, I'm pretty sure he would have not told me anything, but that's fine. You know what I mean? But I do want to talk about this main event.
Told me to get in a fucking city and start breaking down walls with a sledgehammer at 16.
Listen, the only thing my father told me was emotional security. But Mike, I'm going to get your opinions on this match.
Conrad on the show remind us how overrated Roman Reigns is. Now, I will say Conrad Thompson and Eric Bischoff. I've once again, I hate Eric Bischoff and his stupid 83 Weeks podcast, but they did put up some valid points this week about Roman Reigns WrestleMania main events really not being too memorable. Well, it's another day, another story for another day, brother.
No,
This match was very, very good. It did exceed my expectations. A lot of callbacks, a lot of history, but it's just super weird because they reunited. They reunited once before. Like they reunited when Moxley left. Like I understand like we have to pay off the initial turn, but I love that I love the selective history retelling for WWE because there was a whole literally pay-per-view that said, hey, the Shield's reuniting for one night only. And they put aside all their beef and squashed it for one night only. But
I think that's the difference because it was a temporary truce to a final admission. Like this is over.
Came together for Mox, for Ambrose at the time. They put their state difference aside just for Ambrose because they loved him as their brother so much. That I get. But I just find that funny that we didn't even really glance at this whole feud.
I acknowledge your point, but like I feel like this is it because even then, and to your point in the match, Roman's hit Seth with the Shield chair once before. You know what I mean? At WrestleMania 40, when he had the chance between Cody and Seth told Cody he'll be his Shield, and that's exactly what he was when he took that chair shot from Roman at 40. And then afterward, Cody hit him with the triple crossroads and won his first championship. So true. You've had that moment before, and this time instead of Roman hitting him when he had the opportunity
it's okay. You can just tell me I see your point, but you're wrong. It's okay. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. What you're saying is in as many you're saying it in long words. One less word do better. I acknowledge your point. You're wrong. Okay. What I will say, going back to this match, very good match. I had a really good time watching it. I will say this was a very good Roman Reigns match. Here's the thing that the boys seem to not understand about me. I do like Roman Reigns. I do not like the rehashing of the bloodline story. My favorite part of this match was that the fucking Samoan stayed in the fucking back. That's why I was all gung-ho for this one. We got a decisive finish. The ref was down for an hour. That's great. I don't need a ref for this match. I just need two former brothers beating the shit out of each other. I wish I could have had 45 minutes in the ring with my own brother to beat the shit out of him like Roman beat the shit out of Seth in this match. Both guys looked incredible. Thankfully, we can put an end to this story. We don't have to worry about fantasy booking Roman and Seth's, final kiss. Great. I loved everything about this. Now, do me a favor. Keep these guys as far away as fucking possible from one another for a couple years. Years.
You got to put them in a tag team. Throw them in the division. Tag team division.
To save the division.
To save the division.
Trick Mellow Gang versus
the
Shield. WrestleMania Saudi Arabia.
Unfortunately, something's going to happen, and Seth's going to come out to save Roman at least once.
Yeah, he's going to save his brother.
Yeah, he's going to save him. I know, but man,
all right, who wants to take the reins on this? Nitram?
I'll say this. 1. Go ahead.
2.
3.
No, I mean Marcus was saying something.
I was just gonna say it was a great match. But Chance, you got to put more respect on my boy Dean Ambrose's mask. He's not just some type of mask. All right.
I'm sorry. I stopped watching wrestling for like 13 years, and I came back when it was at its peak again. I apologize, my good sir.
It's fine. I hate that they try to pay homage to like Dean. Like, Dan, I really wish he was here, bro. When in reality, they both know Dean Ambrose is not hanging out with a Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins in WWE. You know what I mean?
They're best
like
friends.
That's just being real.
Best
No. I'm talking about like the gimmick wise. You know what I mean? Like Dean Ambrose wasn't hanging out with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. You know, like that wasn't happening.
Nah, he wasn't. No, wasn't he hanging out with
Roman Reigns? He was world champion and they hated it, bro. People hated Dean Ambrose as world champion.
No, I mean, but yes, they hate him as world champion. But like Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, they were still mad tight. Like on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Bro, they were tight as fuck. Dean was talking about like, yo, they your cousins, so they my cousins.
If Dean would have never walked, he would have been the honorary Uso, not Sami Zayn.
It would have been honorary. He just would have been Uso.
You know right. Yeah. He would have been Uso. You're right.
He would have been Uso. All right, Nitram.
I just want to say, so when it comes to wrestling, a lot of people say you always want to show and don't tell, and I'm very big on that. I think a lot of people could tell stories through wrestling. But I think these two did something where not only did they show, they did tell us, and the telling that they told made it better for what they were showing. Like Mike said, one of my favorite parts in this is when Roman and Seth are both on their knees, getting back up, and Seth clearly says, so this is when the bloodline comes out and jumps me, right? And Roman says, no, this is just us. It's always been just us. To me, that was one of the best parts, not any of the moves. That was one of the best parts of the match because it generally meant something. They got the finish right. Everything about it was good. And I mean, to me, it was the third best match of the year. So,
wow. I appreciate that for me.
That's high praise.
It was good. And the one thing I appreciate, about this Roman Reigns title reign is when he's going against somebody, he tells his guys, "Don't touch them. They're mine. I'll deal with it." And that's a dope story touch to it, especially since now looks LA Knight is next. But we'll touch that in 2 seconds. Overall, scale of 1 to 10, how you guys rank SummerSlam? Best match, worst match. For me, best match was Roman Reigns. Worst match was that abomination of a Dom Mysterio match.
Same. Yeah. I give it 3 out of 10.
Agreed.
As a total PLE?
Yep.
3 out of 10.
God damn.
Golly.
Okay. 6.
I give it 6. Solid 6.
Night 2 definitely gets a solid 8 out of 10. Night 1 still 6 out of 10. So I'll come in the middle there. Give me a 7. Giving you a 7 on the.
Mike said 10 out of 10. Motherfucking stars. For SummerSlam.
All the stars. He popped 3 times during the
He said that was that all the matches were Dave Meltzer 5-star classics.
Yeah, so Dave probably got stars stuck on the ceiling right now, bro. He was shooting stars everywhere, just fucking everywhere. He probably was. No, I mean, as a collective, yeah, I mean, the total both nights, yeah, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Definitely, this is a match of the year contender. Man, I guess me and Nitram, the moon must be in fucking retrograde.
I know, I'm about to go play the lottery
or something like seriously, I better go play the lottery. Because I've agreed with Nitram almost this entire show.
It's kind of weird, right?
He
plays soccer today. That's what it is.
Soccer. That's why he's not drunk and trying to fuck with me. Yeah, that makes sense. He got all the negative energy. Yeah, he's kicking the ball. He got all that hate out on that soccer ball today instead of me. Yeah, man. That's a match of the year. That's a match of the year candidate for sure.
Listen, I appreciate you guys. Let's run our next ad and we will get into our shenanigans with the time that we have left.
Have you ever seen an ad on YouTube, think, wow, that's way too good to be true? Well, this one is completely 100%. 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! I took the bad guy's advice, went to SeatGeek and used 4 sides OTR and got these great seats for double or nothing. Would you rather be sitting closer to the ring or closer to the roof? Use this code and save today. Plenty more AEW events coming to your area. Just use SeatGeek.com. Like I said, type in 4 sides OTR.
On the bright side, they can't send us a cease and desist, so we got nothing to take, boys. So your boys is valid. They gonna take these 2 pennies and be happy with it.
They're gonna take my GameStop funds.
We're gonna have NetRamp shaking ass and GameStop to pay off our lawyer fees.
Yeah.
So worst match with the month. Of course, it was the worst match. It was a rhetorical question. We knew what it was.
Happy National Root Beer Float Day.
That's weird.
Yes.
Flex. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Rick said. It's
That's
Happy
what Rick said.
National-
I put it up early.
I missed that. Sorry. Anyway.
It's okay.
All right. So next on the
Okay.
agenda.
Give me your money.
Ah, jeez.
Imagine the Painmaker was the IRS tax collector. All right, so going on, the next PLE is Money in the Bank in October 10th, which is 2 months away, gentlemen. But we do have a Saturday night main event in September. Maybe for the first time in Saturday night main event history since its return back to WWE, maybe the Saturday night main event would actually be worth something. Maybe we'll get actually good matches.
You don't
with
believe
actual builds to it. Maybe they'll actually build towards it instead of doing a regular. I'll discuss. I'll see you on Saturday, buddy. Hopefully they do something to it because it is 2 months away. So we have a real opportunity to make Saturday night main event actually special, and not just something that's a week before a regular PLE. It is in Atlanta, so you probably get a Cody match. You probably get Cody and Randy there, the hometown guy, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get Kevin Owens and CM Punk there. We still don't have to wait 2 months to go see them Money in the Bank.
I think you're
Because your 2 matches on that
You're
card is ready
waiting
the
2
ladder
months.
match. I think it might be a SmackDown match, guys.
See, the problem, the interesting perspective for me is I was going to say this earlier with Chelsea winning the title because Chelsea was my hands down favorite to win Money in the Bank this year. Now that she's the champion, that completely changes who could win the women's Money in the Bank this year. You know, and I think this is a good year to throw it on a new face. The men's, I think, is completely up in the air. I genuinely think so. I think you could really go any direction. Dom Mysterio, LA
Fuzzy
Knight,
briefcase.
Dom needs
Penta, Trick
Dom needs a
Williams.
win. Dom needs a win
Yeah.
bad.
I mean,
Dom
there's
needs
a lot
a
of
win,
needs.
dog.
I think this is the push Dom to the back for a little bit, and then when he wins that Money in the Bank briefcase, it's gonna, everyone's gonna go lose their minds. That usually happens with the Money in the Bank winner. They kind of start falling a little to the wayside when you get closer to Money in the Bank, and then they pop up out of nowhere and win the briefcase.
You notice they try to redeem Give Me the Money soundbite made the show. So there was, I forgot what my thought process was. Oh, so they try to redeem Dom a little bit, right? In that tag team match they threw together, they try to redeem my man's Dom by hitting him with the title in order for Gable to hit him with the little finisher. But even then, the damage is done, dog. You killed the mystique of Dom Mysterio. It was better when he was just losing matches. Now he's just losing matches in embarrassing ways. We had a return this past Monday Night Raw with 2 returns. Stephanie Vercure is back and Becky Lynch is back. And Becky is a
babyface.
Yeah, Raquel held the Intercontinental title. She's like, nah, sis, I'm not here for you.
That's fucked up. That
She's
pissed me
like-
off.
No, I like what she said. She said, I did my work with that one. She's right. She did what she had to do.
Yeah, true. Listen, she definitely held the title and won it back so many times, too frequently. So I agree with her. Might as well chase another strap and live.
What's with the 2 straps of barbed wire? Because someone, please?
That's her thing, dude. You haven't seen her gear for the last 2 years. She wears barbed wire.
She's tough. She's the man.
She's been in a lot of hardcore matches, like a lot of like street fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, but it's just two weirdly placed strands.
Some would say the Nick Gage of women's wrestling hardcore matches.
Some would say the Terry Funk of women's hardcore wrestling matches.
That's Sky Blue, but that's a whole different conversation.
I'm just joking.
Queen of the Death match. I hear it. Io wins Money in the Bank. Oh God, no.
No.
Listen, I like Io Sky too, but I agree with Mike. We got to give it on somebody.
Flash Legend.
I like that shout.
Power couple.
If they don't give JC Jane the Intercontinental, the United States Championship, give it to JC Jane.
JC
there isn't a WWE PLE in September, but AAA there is. Just a reminder, we can see some major WWE angles go that way. I was telling the guys earlier that we might see CM Punk defend his championship in AAA, maybe against a Rey Fenix, maybe against the Penta. But Rey Mysterio, we did see Rey Mysterio at the end of the Monday Night Raw saying, I am the GM of AAA, right? And I'm gonna let Nick Ram sand his little rant because I said he can go on a little tangent about this.
Yo, but the best part was Roman said, "I do now." Roman don't watch AAA.
that was a cold-blooded, bro.
My boy said, "I do now." Like, okay. Oh man. So yeah, they announced something, and I got a lot to say about it. You have the video, Marcus?
Yeah, I got you.
Uh-oh.
On September 14th, Monday Night Raw makes history when we broadcast live from Arena Ciudad de Mexico in Mexico for the first time in 15 years. Now, I'm not just a Raw superstar, I'm also the general manager of AAA. And that's why earlier this week, I spoke with Raw general manager Adam Pearce and the OTC, Roman Reigns. Roman recognized how important Lucha Libre is to me and how important this night is. And that's why he has agreed to defend the World Heavyweight Championship that night on Raw. That's right. Now, I promised to deliver Roman a worthy opponent. And we've agreed that a challenger needs to earn this opportunity. And there's only one way to do this right. As you know, Mexico is the home and heart of Lucha Libre. So starting this Monday on Raw, we'll be holding a tournament featuring the very best luchadores from Raw, SmackDown, and of course, AAA. The winner now has a chance to represent all of Lucha Libre and all of Mexico when he faces Roman Reigns in the main event of Monday Night Raw for the World Heavyweight Championship. La oportunidad aquí está. Let's go.
5.
Yeah.
Banger. 10 out of 10s.
Yeah. So this was my seminar, and hate you today, guys. So I have pros and cons that I feel about this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and break them down real quick. First pro, I think we can all agree Roman Reigns is the biggest star in wrestling, and the fact that he's gonna do this and give some spotlight to a luchador, 10 out of 10. Love that. Here's a con for that. Roman Reigns is the biggest star in wrestling, right? Why was this announced on a Tuesday? Why didn't you bring Roman Reigns to Mexico and announce this on AAA to boost the AAA numbers on YouTube? Okay, why was this not a thing? No one said, you know what, Roman, you want to go to Mexico? Roman was like, nah, bro. I didn't even know Rey Mysterio worked there. Like, what was the point? What was the point of announcing this on Tuesday? We could have announced this as a live segment on AAA. They could announce Roman Reigns for the first time on AAA. You know how many people would have tuned in on YouTube just to see what Roman Reigns was going to do on AAA? But no, we didn't do that. But fine. Pro number 2. This competition is only luchadors. This is an opportunity for the luchadors to really get the WWE fans behind the lucha style with no other style combined. We're talking about straight lucha action. I hope they get the time to cook. Here's the con about that. This is a luchador competition featuring SmackDown, Raw, and AAA. Well, I looked it up today, guys. There's 2 luchadors on SmackDown, and there's technically 5 on Raw. That includes Dom, Grande Americano, Rey Fenix, and if you count Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
All right, so if you don't count them, they really consider Dom a luchador?
Dom is a luchador.
He's
also the AAA World Heavyweight Champion.
I was going to say, he's our world champion.
I know he's a world champion, but you really see him as a luchador?
He's considered a luchador. But if you didn't, well, that only leaves Rey Fénix, Grande Americano, and
he says he's a luchador.
I'm sorry, on Raw.
No, he says he's the king of luchadors.
King of luchadors.
Right, he's the king of them.
Doesn't mean he's a luchador. It doesn't mean he rules over them.
How do you want to look at it?
You're the king, if you say you're the king of the peasants, doesn't mean you're a peasant.
Would the king of the town not be a member of the town?
So if you say you're a king of the shitheads, does that make you a shithead?
Look,
No,
Bowser is
yes,
the king of
you're
the
the
Koopas.
king of the
And I just found out Bowser is a Koopa. So
he's a fucking turtle.
Bowser's a Koopa?
he's a Koopa. He's the king of the Koopas.
He's a turtle.
But
Gotta tell
back
his
to
cousin.
wrestling, guys.
I thought he was a tortoise.
So let's not count Dom. Let's not count the British guys. That leaves Grande Americano because Mexico adopted him. Rey Fénix, Penta, Axiom. 4.
Okay.
Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee.
Okay,
Even you
5.
forgot about him. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I really did.
Oh boy from
I have it
LWO.
written down here. No, there's only Raw, SmackDown. So there's no NXT. Okay. All right, y'all. 3. Okay. Pro. Even though we know Roman Reigns is winning, this puts a new star in the main event scene. Can't complain about that. Right? Like Channel said, Roman Reigns ain't missing. He ain't missing with this title reign. Whoever this is, it's going to be great. Here's my con. Why is this for Roman's belt? Why is the tournament not for the AAA world title that Dom holds? And then you do a champion versus champion match at Raw Mexico, because this is not even a pay-per-view match. At least that way, it's champion versus champion, and both are getting the recognition that they need.
Who's not saying that it's? I mean, Dom could still win. You know what I mean? And Dom could be like, "I'll even put my title up."
Hey, they ain't show Dom
You
in the video
can't.
package.
You can't say it's going to be a title versus title match, because then you just tell everybody that Dom's going to win the tournament.
Dom could lose. Dom's gonna lose to Grande. Which brings me back to my cons and my pros. Pro though, we gonna dust off some catering stars, guys. When's the last time we seen Axiom? When's the last time we seen Rey Fénix on SmackDown? Time to dust these guys off. Okay? But let's be real. Isn't this just a tournament for Grande to win or Penta? Because then what's the point? When we have so many of these luchadors who are actually doing stuff, you can make a star from AAA and put them back on AAA, and they can boast about how this man went one-on-one with Roman Reigns and came this close, because we know he's going to lose, but came this close, and then you bring him back for the Rumble or whatever. That's fine. But if it's just for Penta or Grande Americano, who's on Raw, who we see all the time, what's the purpose of this? And my last pro of this whole thing was finally Rey Mysterio is starting to actually transition into a full-time GM where we can stop looking at Rey Mysterio as a wrestler, unless he's in the tournament. If Rey Mysterio's in a tournament, you're going to get a whole different rant about this stuff. All right, but Rey Mysterio
he made the tournament for himself.
I was about to say I was about to say at the end of this, you're about to be so pissed when Rey Mysterio wins the whole tournament.
Rey Mysterio got a bye week.
2 bye weeks.
He's really becoming more of a, okay, Rey Mysterio is the GM. The way Nick Aldis is the GM. The way Adam Pearce is the GM. The way Robert Stone, who's GM now of NXT?
Robert Stone.
Robert Stone is the GM. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nick Aldis had the one-time match. That's fine. I don't need to see Rey wrestling up, lacing boots anymore. He did his part. Let the man rest. Let him be a cool GM, because he looked cool. I mean, besides Roman completely dismissing the fact that he didn't know what he does. Roman was like, "Holy crap, you're still on the roster, bro."
Time out.
To be fair,
I need you to talk to Rey and tell Rey he needs to rest. You don't think these guys at TKO and Hunter's been trying to get him to retire? Why do you think they put him in the Hall of Fame? They've been trying to get this man to stop wrestling, bro. They literally told him. He told them, "But I'm not done. I can still go, Papi. Let me go, Papi." Like, come on, you gotta tell Rey Mysterio, "Hey, bro, Rey Mysterio, look, you don't got to keep doing it for the Zombie King no more. He's wrestling now, okay? He's living the dreams. You can retire, Rey. Okay? Your prodigy's out there. I promise you he's killing it."
But yeah, and then, we could have ended this at a AAA pay-per-view. I just think there's a lot of things going on. where they made it seem like this is really going to help AAA. If they really wanted to help AAA, this announcement would have happened on Saturday, and it would have happened with Roman Reigns in Mexico, and Mexico would have acknowledged Roman Reigns, because why wouldn't they? And they could have just announced it then. Doesn't have to get physical with anybody, and it still would have went viral. It still
Can I ask
would
you a
have
question?
everything it needed to do.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
What if instead of Roman Reigns goes to AAA, what if it's CM Punk saying he's accepting an open challenge title match at AAA World's End in Chicago? Because Chicago World's End and AEW All Out is happening on the same day in the same city.
Is the person winning that tournament also going to be the person that challenges?
No.
CM Punk?
What if it's just an open challenge? What if it's just CM Punk going to AAA, whatever the hell they are, saying he's holding an open challenge at World's End in Chicago for AAA?
And it's going to be Mr. Iguana.
Fuck yeah.
That'll probably be a
I'm
good
in.
match.
I'm in.
Before
Oh, man.
we move on to the segment before we move on from the segment, we move on to the next topic. I just got to know, Niriam, so how do they perfect this then for you? How do you see a perfection tournament for this TN for Roman Reigns?
Okay, one, obviously you're going to have the 4 luchadors that we have on the main roster. That's cool. But 2, put these AAA guys, especially, don't make it too obvious. Don't make it the only person that's going to wrestle on Raw is Dr. Wagner Jr., and then Dr. Wagner Jr. is the one that goes to the semifinals because everybody else who's been wrestling on AAA didn't get past round 2. You know what I'm saying? Bring all the AAA guys in. Let them wrestle on Raw and SmackDown. Let them wrestle on AAA. Send the Raw guys to AAA. You need to really collaborate with it, because if this is to benefit AAA, which is this sounds like that's what they want to do. They want to get more eyes on AAA stars, more eyes on the Mexican appeal, to get sponsorships for what they're doing. But either way, they want to get more eyes. They need to include the actual AAA stars, and whether that be Dr. Wagner, Vikingo. I mean, like, I would be real upset, bro, if Omos is in the competition. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that they could do right, and there's things that they can do wrong.
What if Omos puts on a mask?
I'm in. Sign me up.
I'm in.
That'd be fucking fire as fuck.
Almost.
What if it's Danhausen in a mask? And it's just a mask with space paint.
That's my point. Like, it can't be Danhausen.
What if Oba Femi enters the tournament?
Also, hear me out here, and this is a long shot, and I mean a long shot. The winner of this competition gets a title shot at Roman Reigns. I would not be upset if it's El Generico.
Psycho Clown.
El Generico using everything in his power to get another title shot?
El Generico,
you know what?
That might a title shot, and this is the only way he could do it.
That may be the best thing you've ever said.
I'm not gonna hold you. I fucks with it.
I fuck with that.
Any other thoughts before we get into some shenanigans?
My prediction: El Hijo del Wagner, Dr. Jr.
Based.
You say Mr. Iguana? I don't think Mr. Iguana. Like Yeska. It's gonna be like Yeska. Mr. Reigns.
My prediction: Dom Mysterio.
I still think it's gonna be Penta or El Grande. I think it's one or the other.
The Raw guys.
Oh, Psycho Clown.
Psycho Clown's gonna be, that'd be cool.
Listen, I think this tournament is dope. This tournament is cool because I don't honestly, the regular viewer is not gonna care, but the people in Mexico, they're gonna pop for their boys. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be popping, dude. I love watching AAA.
Okay, TKO probably doesn't know, but they're probably like, get Mystico over here.
I mean, away Mystico's poor Mystico, dog. Mystico should hop on over to AAA.
No, he'll probably never go back to the WWE.
Yo, TKO X for El Santos. All right, so let's wrap this up real quick. So quick things on Raw. Becky Lynch and Stephanie Vaquer came back. Becky said, "You are the worst women's champion of all time, and you haven't defended the championship for 100 days. You're not going to do that again." Cool. So I'm assuming Liv faces them in a triple threat, saves her ass, or maybe she drops on one of them. Who knows? We also have Ellie. We also have Roman Reigns telling his boys like, "Yo, what's up with you guys? Why are we losing to no-name people?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "What you want us to do about LNA, boss?" He said, "He's mine. Don't worry about him." And then LNA overheard it, and he was like, "Hi, you stupid ass boys can't touch me."
You suck.
and he giggled his ass away. You know what I mean? But then we also got the main event, which was Royce Keys versus Powerhouse Hobbs. He has an identity crisis, guys. It's Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys, and that he put that boy through a blender.
He did.
So next time we'll see Royce Keys will be on when they're making some War Games teams.
Probably.
And Royce Keys pops up and takes out Jacob Fatu. And then other than that, that's mostly it, guys.
That's, yeah.
2 months away from a WWE PLE, 1 month away from a Saturday night main event. And you got a whole bunch of fresh stories to be built.
Well, we have big moves,
we got All In coming up too.
We do have All In. When is All In? The 22nd?
Full gear in November.
When is
All In?
When is All In?
All In's end of this month.
End of this month, yeah.
Nirem, are you going to be off for the preview show? Because this preview show is more. The preview show is more for you than it is for.
If Nirem's not All In for All In, then why would we even be live? Yeah.
He's not even a real AEW fan then. If he's not
That's
all
crazy.
in,
he's gonna curse me out during the AEW preview if he's not here to talk about it.
Unrelated.
I got my calendar right here.
My speculation was
August 30th.
Would it be?
What if instead of any wrestler that you name, what if it's Chespirito with the little hammer?
I won't be here on the 27th, but I'm all for All In, and that's all that really matters.
So Nirem said, "Go F yourself."
He said, "I'm actually going to All In."
You know what sucks? We're gonna do the recap show. Tyner's gonna call out last minute again, buying his butt plugs, and it's all three of us trying to make sense about AEW All In.
Cody Rhodes is gonna win the Money in the Bank. Calling it right now.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes gonna win the AAA Mega Championship, and everyone's gonna rejoice. It's gonna be great.
But you can see it. You can see it.
The big American
Cody winning it.
The Cody Rhodes is winning the Money in the Bank. I'm calling it right now.
He's gonna win it, and he's gonna be respectful about it.
He's gonna win it.
I'm not gonna cash in on you. I want to win.
He's gonna win it, and the moment Sami Zayn wins his second chance, he's gonna cash in on him. in Saudi.
Well. Listen, MOWM Select. Make sure you guys subscribe. I called it a couple weeks ago on the show, and then I tweeted about this. Yeah, I was right, ladies and gentlemen. The Royal Rumble, February 2027, Phoenix, Arizona, baby. Well, more specifically, Glendale State Farm Stadium, previously hosted WrestleMania 26. So, coming to the Royal Rumble, make sure you hit me up. We'll grab a couple brewskis. I'll show you.
If you find Mondon off a mic at WWE Royal Rumble, he will buy you a beer. No limit per person.
Whoa! There's a limit per person. First of all, settle down. And by buy you a brewski, I mean we're gonna buy it outside of the arena, so I can pay $5.
First 20 people to find Mike, he's buying you a beer. He's buying you a shirt.
We are gonna try to make some moves here. Royal Rumble being in the state I reside in, I got to try to make some moves. Get in a little press box action under the Four Sides banner. So hopefully, maybe we'll be interviewing some wrestlers, or I'll be interviewing some crackheads outside of State Farm Stadium. Maybe I'll be interviewing one of you crackheads.
Dope. That's actually pretty dope. Can you do that? Can you ask crackheads what's their favorite wrestling moment of the year was?
I think they'll say when Johnny and Jimmy fought for the last needle in the back alleyway behind the stadium.
That's crazy.
Honestly,
crackheads watching our show right now probably
are pissed.
Are pissed because they're like, we love professional wrestling
and crack.
You gotta give it up.
I charged my phone outside Walmart to watch this.
I give him a crackhead. Shadow, what is good with you and raccoons? Before we end this show, Shadow sent me an undisclosed amount of money to air a clip for promotion. So let's play that real quick, guys.
Wait, you guys got money?
So I'll give you a little.
He didn't give me actual currency. He gave me Trump coin. He said if I hold on to it for a couple of years, it'll be worth something.
So I'll give you guys the breakdown. So Shadow's a good brother of mine. As you see, he's got his own show right now, the Shadow Spear. He's been doing a lot of wrestling interviews. Shadow kind of has taken a little bit of a back path in the wrestling content game. Instead of focusing on the mainstream wrestling that we all watch and talk about, he's focusing on some of the unsung heroes. Those death match wrestlers that these guys and gals are going out there and bleeding buckets of blood, getting stabbed with various apparatuses, and he's getting to highlight them and show their stories. And he is Canadian. The raccoon. Here's the raccoon, fellas. So this raccoon is from Money in the Bank a couple years ago. We were hanging out watching the show, and Shadow was posting some content, and he posted the merch stand. Mrs. MOWM was peeking over my shoulder, looking at my phone, and she said, "Stop the video right now." I said, "Holy shit, what did I do?" She said, "Stop, pause the video." She goes, "Enhance." I was like, "The fuck? I'm not Jarvis. Like, relax, babe. Settle down. Enhance the video." Okay, hold on. So I'm zooming in. She goes, "Dad, what is that?" It's this. It was the raccoon holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, little insights into the missus. She's a big fan of cute animals, like most women are. But she loves raccoons for some reason. You can ask her when you see her. She loves raccoons. So I had to pay Canadian transfer currency plus Canadian shipping, and Shadow graciously purchased this raccoon and shipped it to us. And that is the story of the raccoon. There you go.
I know what to get you for your wedding.
Yeah, please don't. I swear on everything. If you show up to my fucking wedding with a goddamn raccoon, I'm putting that thing in your hotel bed. You're gonna wake up with that raccoon's head in your bed.
So what happened? What happened to the crack then?
The crack. The
Bro, they're
crack.
just smoking crack.
I hate the whole story is about smoking crack and talking to raccoons. He gave us a story about the raccoons. Where was the smoking crack part coming in?
I had just,
Canadian currency.
Canadian currency.
To be honest,
I had to send him 6 Tim Hortons gift cards of $50 each. In order to get the raccoon back to the States.
I got from now until April to go trap a raccoon for my wedding.
I got you, Chance. I know a guy out here, bro. Just send me the money.
Yeah, bro. I can get you a baby raccoon for like $250.
Yeah, thanks.
No,
undisclosed.
bro,
Undisclosed. We'll have the conversation undisclosed. We got people watching right now. They're like, wait, it's 250 raccoons. Somebody follow the most hated university founding father at NitRam. Four sides OTR.
Yo, it's crazy because raccoons sneak up to my job every once in a blue dog. So this is gonna be perfect. Instead of calling animal control, I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna raise it from Mike and Mrs. Cutlass specifically. Sounds like a great time. And Shadow, please check out our good brother Shadow. And Shadow, please tell your cousin Kevin Owens that NitRam hates fat people, especially fat Kevin Owens. Tell him that specifically.
That's crazy. Imagine if
tell him here at Four Sides of the Ring, we are allies.
Honestly,
except NitRam.
I think NitRam will be like starstruck and maybe even like too. He'd be too stuck out of words if we started this show and Kevin Owens was just ran-dogging him, bro. Why do you think I'm ass, bro? Why do you think I'm ass, bro? I'm not even that fat, bro. You're a little bigger than me. Watch you step on the scale.
Dog, I had a
Could you do a frog splash? Could you do a moonsault?
I like him now.
No, we
really like you think he's fat and nasty with them shorts. You call him Fat Brock Lesnar. Tell him specifically that they don't call him a fat Brock Lesnar.
I had a dream
emphasize the point, Fat Brock Lesnar.
Oh my god.
Oh man, let's get up out of here.
That we got a wrestler on the podcast, and it was Jordan Grace, and Jordan Grace for the entire episode roasted NitRam.
I would love that. I love Jordan Grace. Why is she not on TV?
That'd be great.
Give me Jordan Grace, Kevin Owens, and
Jordan Grace don't want that smoke because I could roast her back.
And somebody else. Give me 3 wrestlers that can just shit on NitRam for 45 minutes, and I'll pay the fees.
I'll pay the fee.
I'll pay for that. That's quality TV. I'm also going to pay for raccoon training classes. So when I drop off those raccoons to the Cutlass' house, they're going to come back from the honeymoon. There's going to be 15 raccoons in the crib just chilling.
Man. Oh, man.
Organized, trained, precision.
The raccoons, I don't think, raccoons, I don't think I've ever seen a.
Thanks for the good content and great laughs tonight.
Appreciate you, Shadow.
Thank you, Shadow.
I feel like
you, Shadow.
I feel like you don't mean that at all. I don't know why. Maybe it's my insecurity speaking out from not having a father, but I appreciate you for enjoying the show.
No, for real, everybody, go follow Shadow on social media. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube Off the Top Media. Great dude, great content creator, and just an overall fucking great time talking with him, man. It was a great conversation. And
tell him the bad guy sent you.
Tell him bad guy sent you. And it's a unique look if you want to, kind of see mouthing off with Mike, let the hair down, and kind of speak some truths. So if you want to hear some truths, go check that out.
What are you doing? What are you doing now? Just lying to me?
Mike keeps his hair up here.
No, Shadow. Don't take Chano seriously.
Channel's fucking with you. Channel's just beating the shit out of him.
Please don't take me serious, dog. I don't take myself seriously.
He doesn't have a dad, though.
I don't have a dad.
He really doesn't have a dad.
He doesn't have a dad.
That's actually true. Every time we stop recording, Marcus just curses me out for 20 minutes after the show, and he tells me how much of a disappointment I am. But that being said, that is our show.
And I have to keep telling him to stop bringing up his father because nobody's going to give us money for it. It's not the sob story they want to hear. He's trying to bite off Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? It's like he hates him so much he wants to be him. It's crazy.
Listen, I can't. Listen, I already finished the story because I'm there for my son. You know what I mean?
Honestly, that's all that matters.
You know what would be the worst part? If my dad was actually watching this, and he'd be like, "Damn, this piece of shit." Pilot S&M, soon. That's crazy.
Yeah. You gotta watch the Shadow Sphere episode to get that.
Okay, and that is our show. Mikey Cutlass, tell the people, nice people, where they can find you.
You can find me here Thursday nights, every Thursday for the most part, unless I have, unless some Spider-Man's in theaters, then I won't be here because Spidey. I love Spidey.
Talk about it.
It's incredible. Great movie. Go see it. Honestly, you should see it if you haven't. You can find me at MOWM_podcast. You can also catch me on the Shadow Sphere. Make sure you check that out on YouTube. Subscribe to 4 Sides of the Ring. Follow 4 Sides of the Ring at 4 Sides OTR. And make sure you use our special promo code at Adam and Eve for SOTB. That's for SOTB. That's from Tano. Tell him Tano sent you for the plugs.
Listen, use the code word CUCK to get 15% off Tino's butt plugs, the one he's specifically using with the vibrating feature.
We are never getting monetized. I'm really pulling for that A&E subscription right now. Really hoping we get that one.
We're going rated R.
If we send them the clips of the last couple episodes when Tino missed, we might get it, to be honest with you. They'll be like, listen, guys, there's so much radically charged butt play conversation on the show that you guys make a great quality sponsor for us.
Yeah, fantastic.
Nitram, let the people know where they can find you. And
they can find me on Twitter. My Twitter is NITRM_4 SOTR. That's NITRM_4 SOTR. If you have a Switch 2 and play WWE, I'll play you in GM mode. Send me a DM.
You'll lose.
I whoop that ass.
He's not even scared to say it.
To each their own. Marcus, where can they find
you? You can find me on X, the founder MH, and that's really about it.
And you can find me absolutely nowhere because I don't post wrestling on none of my socials. I post AI slob of the Power Rangers featuring 90s hip hop songs. Swear to God. And I'm still posting clips of the Knicks winning the championship, which was like 6 weeks ago. But I watch all the videos when it comes out like it's the first time I see it, and I cry every single time because God bless these Knicks. Knicks are 5 forever, dog. I promise you. So
forever,
bro. It's
forever.
It's not interesting. It's Power Ranger slop in the Knicks. I'm telling you right now. And Mike just sending me DMs of me not having dad jokes. That's my whole entire social media experience. But don't worry, we're buying raccoons. We're gonna fucking train them. I'm gonna find every cute, terrible animal I can find and train it to give to the Cutlets for the wedding.
And you know what? She'd love every single one of them. She would love every single one of them. She loves cute, weird animals.
And I'm gonna watch the light leave her eyes when Mike kills every single one of them.
Whoa.
That is our show.
I don't want no
We'll
beef
see.
with fucking PETA. I don't want no beef
you
with
guys
PETA. Let's
next
end the
week.
show.
That
Marcus,
was a
cut.
joke, guys.
Cut.
That was a joke, guys. Mike's a gentle soul. He wouldn't do that. He would maybe.
Unless you
But
cut me
no,
off.
he wouldn't.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Guys. Peace, love, and happiness. Nixon 5 forever. And go, power.